This guy in that's okay. What's the time? What's the time? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 69, baby! Oh! So that was me back in 2024 when I decided to speedrun Resident Evil 2 Remake, specifically Leon A at 60 frames per second on PC. And I was able to do it. It was my goal to become 69th in the world. And when I did do it, that was a culmination of countless hours of practice. I would say easily over 100 hours worth of practice on and off streams, speaking with other people in the speedrunning community like Captain Boom, who had helped me with setting up my live splits, helped me with my paths and my strats and all those things. And when I did get 69th, I thought that I was going to be able to keep that position for quite some time, because when I did do the speed run, many people were actually running the other categories in Resident Evil 2. It was the 120 frames per second category with Leon and Claire and all that stuff. And I thought I was fine. But lo and behold, in typical speedrunning fashion, about 2-3 months later, I ended up losing the spot. And now, 2 years later, I am now 86th place. And I'm pretty sure as I'm making this video, I'm going to be dropping some more spots. Hopefully not. And for whatever reason, with Resident Evil 9 Requiem that's out right now, I thought, you know what? Maybe now is a good time to try and get back and see if I still got it. And I don't think I do. Okay, so first things first, in the gas station, the first obstacle is to shoot this zombie in the head as soon as you get the key. As you can see, it's going to be a long night as I miss all kinds of shots. Oh, fuck. That was bad. So in this next part, we're in RPD. We're getting the journal from Elliot, and we're going to escape the office right after the zombie breaks in. So there's a timing to it. I'll explain the strats that I do in a different video. But in this case, as you can see, it's almost the same in terms of reaction. So it's not so bad. So now we're headed up the stairs to get the spade key. And yeah, as you can see, I miss a whole lot of shots, but I do end up getting the critical here, which was good because it lowers your DA, and I'll explain that in another video, what exactly DA is and how it's a helpful thing. But then again, I've been missing so many shots up until now, I don't think it matters. So in the next segment, it's the line medallion, and surprisingly here, I was able to get a quicker time than my 2024 run. And I think this is one of the only moments where I actually did better than my 2024 run. To be fair, I do have some Excel notes as I play, just to so I can glance over. It just gives me that extra little bit of confidence, so I know what I got to do next. I mean, a lot of it's already committed to memory, but I do rely on the notes a little bit. Just like I take a peek, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's this. This is the solution, you know. As for G1, I was surprised in this run. My 2026 was actually faster than 2024, and I have to say, to this day, not 100% clear. Sometimes when G1 ends, I'm able to finish the boss fight while G1 is still on his knees. In other cases, he's able to stand up. In some cases, still has time to almost take a swing at me. So if there's anyone in the comments who can help me get a better grasp at how to beat G1 a little more consistently, a little bit quicker, please let me know. But in this case, I actually do better than my 2024 self. So in this next segment, this area has been a pain in my ass for quite some time. So basically, after you grab the fuse, you run down the hallway. And I've seen a few runners manipulate this section a bit differently. Some will pause the game to try to manipulate the zombie movements. Others will shoot the wall or the floor. Again, it's a way to help clear the way so that you do not get grabbed by the zombies. In both these cases, in 2024, I did a really cool slip by one zombie, dodge to the right, and grab the fuse. Whereas in 2026, after watching a few other speedrunners, I tried to practice it where you just run through without having to dodge. The 2026 version, I feel that is a little bit more risky, but I find it's a bit more consistent, but I swear it's still all luck. But again, if people in the comments, if you run this, and let me know if there's another way to get a more consistent result, I'm more than happy to hear it, because in this case, I did good on both sides, on both on 2024 and 2026, but I swear I still need practice in this part. So I'm used to using a controller. I don't think I'll ever switch to mouse and keys, only because it's very much like sausages stabbing my keyboard. My fingers are just way too pudgy for this part. So basically, with Ada Wong, most speedrunners, veteran speedrunners, will be able to switch very easily from the wall to the garage door or the incinerator door, basically activating two switches almost simultaneously. And this is the part where I struggle with a controller. It's not as quick, it's not as agile. But the one thing that I do is when you are filling up the circles, you can actually let go at certain spots. And again, I'll explain that in a different video with my strats. And for the top speedrunner, as you can see at top, you see the timer going down. A top speedrunner will get out of this incinerator with 45 seconds left. I will get out of here in about 40 seconds left. So I'm missing out on 5 seconds of time save. And again, I need to practice this part. But in this case, 2024, 2026, surprisingly, it's almost on par here. And stick around to the end of the video, because I did improve on some movements. I did practice some strats, but I'll get into it afterwards. But in this case, it's pretty even. So G2, this is a strat where you throw a grenade right after solving the puzzle. Well, not right after you solve the puzzle. In this case, you flip the right switches, you run back towards the door, and right before you get to the door, you throw a grenade, and it's supposed to simultaneously explode while G2's hand or claw reaches through the ceiling, and it damages him, and then it skips to the next phase. If you miss, which I did in 2026, you have to wait until the attacks stop, and then you can move on to the next phase. This is crucial in the speed run. Again, I don't know why in most cases, 9 times out of 10, I will nail this shot and I will be able to advance to the next segment, but I don't know what it is. I get nervous. Something gets in my head and I mess up, and I hate it so much. I've tried so hard to sort of memorize placements on the ground. For example, when Leon's foot crosses over to the wire, that's when I hold LB and throw the grenade. I swear I've done that so many times. It's worked, and then next thing you know, when an actual run is happening, it doesn't happen, and I mess up. So I'm gonna skip ahead to G3. I know I skipped the lab segment of this run, but looking back at my 2024 run and my 2026 run, I feel that the labs are very much a lot of RNG. Yeah, you can do some manipulation to hopefully get the liquors in the right spot, and hopefully you don't get any zombies in the specific areas. Again, I'm gonna explain that in another video. But in these two runs, I'll save you the time. They were pretty much identical. I got hit a couple of times, but I was able to survive the labs, and then I made it back to G3. In this case, again, I could use your help with this one. 2026, oh my god, if I had that outcome in 2024, my time would have been much quicker, and who knows, maybe I would have retained my 69th spot, or maybe at least be in the high 70s as opposed to mid 80s in the leaderboard. But in this case, in 2026, it was smooth. There's still a bit of improvisation. I find that I never really get the pattern that most speedrunners get, where You use your flamethrower, you walk back, you walk forward, G3 jumps away from you, he walks forward, you know, that kind of thing. But in this case, it worked out. 2026 version, I killed G3 right away. 2024, oh my god. If you take a look at this fight, I am so surprised I survived this, and this is a whole lot of frustration. I still can't believe this was a 58-minute run. I feel like this should have been much higher, but you know what? Here we are. And G3, if you have any tips for me, Leon A, 60 FPS, please let me know. So it's all come down to Mr. X. All right, everybody, listen, I have to admit this. I knew back in 2024 that Mr. X needs to be staggered with your knife. Basically, you attack Mr. X with your knife and you knock him back 3 times. I didn't know that you had to do it as quickly as possible to reduce the time of this segment. I had no idea. So basically, you start off the fight with a knife, you keep slashing and slashing, knock him back 3 times. If you do it at least 3 times, this entire segment, after knocking him back 3 times, should last a total of 1 minute and 30 seconds. Ada will throw you the rockets, you shoot Mr. X, and you continue to the end of the game. If you do not stagger him at all, the entire round or this entire segment could last up until 3 minutes, I believe. Yeah, 3 minutes. Rather, speedrunners out there, if you know, please correct me if I'm wrong. If my math is incorrect, let me know. I'm definitely going to use this opportunity to save more time and attack Mr. X relentlessly next time I'm here. But yeah, this is how it ended. As you can see, my 2026 run, there's a lot of gaps. There's a lot of holes where there weren't any in 2024. But the good news is there's always room for improvement. And after comparing both runs, and as you saw earlier, there were some moments where I was actually a little bit better than 2024. So it is possible. And my final time, RE2 Remake, was 58 minutes, 9 seconds. And as you can see, 1 hour, 1 minute and 50 seconds was 2026. As you can see, I have a long way to go. And it's going to be rough. I know it. It's going to be rough. So with all that being said, I am obviously no longer 69th. The person who is currently at 69th on speedrun.com, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Leon A, 60 frames per second, new game on PC, is a runner by name of Siegel at 57 minutes and 27 seconds. How the heck am I going to beat that? I don't know. But with all that being said, there were some strats that I did not implement in my original run that I'm going to do in this new run. One of them being is learning how to finally do quick turns. And doing that on controller is so difficult, which is why I never really did it. As well as trying to learn how to do the dials, the statue puzzles in the first section of RPD a little bit quicker as well.
A few moments later.
So I went right back to the drawing board and I found some YouTube tutorials, specifically youtube.com/backyardcaveman. Thank you so much for the quick turn tutorial. I started practicing and practicing and practicing. I'm still not that great at it, but at least I believe it's helped speed up my gameplay a little bit. I also started practicing the statue puzzles. This is a website that's been around for a very long time, and thankfully it's still active. I'll leave the link to this tutorial, or rather to this mini game, in the description. In Nexus Mods, I also downloaded a trainer, another trainer that allows you to have save states in RE2, because normally you can only save your games using the typewriter. Now I can save my game at any point during the campaign and practice these segments where I was getting stuck on. So in this particular situation, I've been practicing how to flip the valve and just run into the door and past these zombies, and that's been something that I've been needing to perfect for quite some time. So I'm glad I'm able to slowly get better at this part as well. And another section I've been practicing that's been really helping with my time as well is with Ada. This particular section, I've practiced my speed to go down these set of stairs and to run around these corners. It's a very precise, or rather, you have to be very precise when you go around these corners so that you can run past this zombie. I've practiced this like so many times, and I noticed that if you are not perfect, this zombie will grab you. So this has also helped me tremendously. So finally, after putting all of those strats together, I did one more run a few days later, and I finally hit sub 1 hour. I'm actually hitting 58 minutes. In this case, I hit 58 minutes and 42 seconds, and I'm consistently hitting sub 59. So, all this to say, I'm coming. I have some progress at least. So I was able to shave off 4 minutes from my return to speedrunning RE2. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you like this video, if you have any tips for me to help me improve, other than get good, of course, because yeah, I already know. So thanks for watching. Join me on twitch.tv/LookAtAllThatJuice and come check me out and help cheer me on as I try to get 69th in the world yet again. I'll see you next time. Woo! 58:42. Hey, let's go. Okay.